We now know the new identity of AlphaTauri, formerly Toro Rosso. They are now going through their third name change, and today the Red Bull organization revealed the new team name for AlphaTauri will be Visa Cash App RB. Is this the worst name in the history of Formula One? It's a pretty tight battle. It's been a huge year, or huge winter, for terrible team name reveals. We've already seen the Stake F1 team kick Sauber. We thought that was going to be the worst thing we would see all year for team names. But now it looks like Red Bull is throwing their hat in the mix with this new Visa Cash App RB. So obviously title sponsors are nothing new in racing, Formula One, or motorsport as a whole. But there should be some better decision making when it comes to actually naming the team. I mean, this is just a terrible sounding name that really doesn't roll off the tongue, and people had a tough time adjusting to AlphaTauri, and now it's going to be even harder getting them to adjust to this strange new team name. A lot of people are still calling it Toro Rosso to this day. I'm sure a lot of people are still going to call it Toro Rosso in 2024 and beyond. But in terms of the actual AlphaTauri team, or Visa Cash App RB as we're supposed to call them now, it's been quite the offseason for them. Obviously, they're going through a huge marketing change and new direction with this team. They should be having a lot of technical changes as well, as Red Bull is sort of keen on having them grow from just a junior team to more of a B team, so hopefully having them move up the grid. Their driver lineup didn't change. It's still Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo, but they are changing team principals. So their long-standing team principal, Franz Tost, announced later towards last year that he was going to be stepping down, and Laura Mecchi's former Ferrari man is taking over at the helm of the new Visa Cash App RB. We can say that as many times as you want, it's still not going to sound very natural, it's still not going to sound very good rolling off the tongue, but this is what we're stuck with, and this is what the team is going to be called going forward. It should be pretty interesting to see what this new car is going to look like too with this new title sponsor. Obviously, Visa and Cash App are bringing in a ton of sponsorship dollars and revenue, so can only imagine their colors and their logos and their branding are going to play a huge part in the livery for this newly branded team. Obviously, Red Bull is still going to be at the forefront, but it looks like they're ditching the whole AlphaTauri fashion side of things. Again, that's not really confirmed, but it doesn't look like it has anything to do, well, at least with the title sponsorship or the branding. So they might still be around in some capacity, but it's not going to be as prominent as it was for the past few years. This is going to be a very credit card dominated livery that we are going to see on this new car, and it should be interesting to see when they reveal it on February 8th. There isn't really any news on what the drivers think of this change. I'm sure they've already known about it for a long time now, both Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo. Again, they don't really care what the team name is or what they're going to be referred to as, but all they care about is that they have a competitive car, and hopefully Red Bull can offer it to them. As mentioned already, they are looking to improve this Visa Cash App RB from beyond a junior team to an actual B team that can hopefully compete more up in the midfield against the likes of maybe Alpine or maybe Aston Martin, depending on how good they expect to be this year and depending on how good the other teams are. But we'll have to see where the development of this car stands and how they will look going forward into the 2024 season. So guys, give us your thoughts down below in the comments. Is Visa Cash App RB the worst Formula One team name of all time? Or does that honor go to the Stake F1 team kick Sauber? Or can you think of a previous team name from past years that is even worse than this newly branded Red Bull team or the newly branded Sauber team? Again, give us your thoughts in the comments below. Stay posted on here to Racing Direct, and we will see you guys next time.